Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me, that one weeb, back with another episode of one of the most popular what ifs here on my channel. What if Naruto was an alchemist? Part 5. Last part, Rock Lee battled against Naruto and Sasuke respectively, and they tied. Naruto and Lee didn't really get to go all out since Guy Sensei ran in and stopped them. And that's where we leave off for today. But before we start this episode, I just want to make sure that you guys know to like, comment, and subscribe because we're almost at 200 subscribers. And once that happens, I'll try and open up my Discord server that I've been working on for the past few weeks. And everyone can come in if they want to ask me some questions or recommend what ifs and stuff. And we'll just kind of chill and do a 200 sub Q&A thing or some stuff like that. So if you want to join in on that, gotta get to 200 subscribers. So yeah. And then the Discord link will be in my channel, so yeah, everyone can feel free to hang out and it'll be fun. Anyway, back to the video topic. My new video editing I practiced last episode. I'm probably doing the same thing right now with like my new avatar thing. I was kind of going with Senyeta from Overwatch for a while, but I've decided that since I'm doing anime and that's kind of what this channel's all about, then I'll pick my favorite character from like all of shonen anime, which is actually Kakashi. And Kakashi Hatake is just, he's such an underrated, well, he's not underrated, but like he has a lot of story that a lot of people don't really think about. They just think of him as badass, but him and Guy have very similar stories to Naruto and Sasuke. And I feel for Kakashi's emotional story, and he's really cool, and I like how he looks. So I guess he'll be my avatar. So yeah, so this is my dude, and yeah, he's cool. And I hope you guys like the paper background. If you have any other editing suggestions, feel free. You can I'll put a skip time up before this stuff so that way you guys can do whatever. So yeah. But let's get right into the story. So last time, Rock Lee came flying out and were attacking Sasuke and Naruto, and they got off with Taya's guys since he saved them. Now, Team 7 is walking into the first exam of the Chunin exams. When Naruto walks in, he immediately notices what's going on. He sees that everyone's sitting in desks, and then the first challenge begins to be expressed about what they're doing. He walks in with his headband over his bald, scarred face. He explains to them that they'll be taking a test with several questions, and they'll have to answer them. And if they're caught cheating, then they're out. Then they're failing the Chunin exams. Naruto immediately realizes, thinking analytically about this, that the entire test isn't about getting the answers right. It's about trying to gather information and then use that information to try and get the best score on the test you can. When Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura sit down, Naruto closes his eyes when the test begins. He closes his eyes for several minutes. Hinata thinking he's going to lose it, since she knows Naruto's not exactly the most studious person. But what Naruto's really doing is he's remembering. He searches back into his memory of the truth, and he thinks about this question. And suddenly an answer pops into his head, and he writes it down. He does this several more times, and he's the last one to finish the questions. Sasuke, seeing this with his Sharingan, is actually kind of wondering what Naruto's doing, because he's just sitting there for several minutes at a time. But Naruto finally gets to the last question when he is done, and everyone else is already waiting for him. When he finishes, then the same man asks if anyone wants to leave, now is the time. And if you leave, you can take it again next year. But if you get the answers wrong, then you're expelled and you'll never become a Chunin ever. Naruto does the same thing he does in canon and pushes his hand down and says that he won't quit, and his team doesn't either. The Chunin exam teams are finally decided, and then they head over when Anko comes in. Anko comes running into the room and then says that what an easy test this is. Then she starts explaining her test for the Forest of Death. The new Genin teams walk over to the Forest of Death, and she begins to explain them what the test will be. She gives all the teams their scrolls and tells them that they have to get a scroll and then head to the center tower in order to be claimed that they have finished their challenge. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura get their Heaven Scroll, and they walk into the exam. Orochimaru doesn't confront Anko because Naruto already walked up to her and nothing happened like in canon. The teams walk into the Forest of Death and begin the exam. Naruto's team immediately starts rushing forward, but Naruto tells them to stop. He clasps his hands together and creates a pit underground. He says for them to follow him down there. They agree. Naruto, using his transmutation circles, hollows out a path underground beneath the trees so they can walk in a straight line towards it without any other teams seeing them. This way they can use Sasuke's Sharingan to look for other teams and then jump up right behind them and use a kind of headhunter jutsu to just steal their scroll and then run away. When they finally see a signal of chakra that Sasuke can barely see with his Sharingan before he has to turn it off, they hop up out of the ground and then they feel a presence. When they feel this presence, they realize that it's dark and envious. Naruto can feel this from a mile away and immediately tells everyone to get down as a giant snake comes crashing through the forest and envelops Naruto, completely devouring him. Naruto, realizing that he's inside of the snake, pushes his hand against the wall of the snake's belly, and then using his transmutation circle, he disintegrates the entire left side of the snake, ripping out of it as its blood just squirts out of its dead body, and it coils into a dead corpse onto the ground of the forest. He rushes back to where he remembers Sasuke and Sakura to be, and sees Sasuke engaging in battle with Orochimaru. He immediately knows what he has to do, as Sasuke has a cut on his hand from him doing his bloodlust to get out of Orochimaru's bloodlust attack. Naruto, rushing in to see what's going to help Sasuke, sees Sasuke is about to get hit by something. He rushes forward and then is about to touch Orochimaru. Orochimaru sees this, and then his eyes open really wide as he remembers Tsunade. Immediately, Naruto disintegrates Orochimaru's right arm as he barely moved out of the way so his head wasn't touched, and Orochimaru's entire right arm is disintegrated to nothingness. Naruto, looking over to Orochimaru, says it'll be his head next time, and then starts running towards him. Orochimaru is wondering how this kid knows how to use alchemy, as only the Senju clan's elite forces and own Kekkei Genkai wielders could use it, as well as Hashirama Senju himself, the first Hokage, who had taught his own granddaughter how to do it. He wondered if this kid had been trained by Tsunade, or if he was a Senju clan member at all. He has to forget about that for now. As he keeps going, Orochimaru himself doesn't know exactly how alchemy works, but from his battles fighting with Tsunade, he understands the basics of it. He tries to dodge Naruto's hands and aims for his feet and his hands. Eventually, he pushes Naruto to the brink. Naruto, almost falling unconscious, calls upon the Kyuubi's chakra. The Kyuubi has its effect on Naruto, and Naruto's eyes become red and slit-like. Naruto opens his eyes and sees that Sasuke is using flame jutsu to try and push Orochimaru back. Orochimaru, just as he lands the curse seal on Sasuke, is then surprisingly hit directly in the stomach. Immediately, as soon as Naruto's hand connects with Orochimaru's stomach, Orochimaru's legs are completely ripped off of his body. His legs and body are separated, and Orochimaru appears to be dead as he falls to the ground unconscious. As soon as Naruto gets down there, however, he realizes that's a fake and a clone. The real Orochimaru runs away as he sees that if this kid gets any closer to him, he might actually get the real him this time. Naruto curses his luck and punches the ground in a rage. He then hits the tree with his hand and then squeezes. The entire tree begins shaking as it's compressed down to a wooden block. He then punches the wooden block, which shatters it. He looks over. He sees Sasuke on the ground and runs over to him to see if he's okay. His eyes become normal again and blue. Sakura, sitting and scared with her legs shaking and scared, runs over to see if Sasuke is okay. They then pick up Sasuke and walk into the woods. Naruto, barely leaning on one leg, his eyes roll into the back of his head and he passes out. Sakura picks up her two teammates and walks into the woods, trying to protect them. When the Sound Ninja come by and everything up happens in canon, Sasuke wakes up from the curse mark after Rock Lee and Sakura fought off the Sound Ninja, takes them out, and then later Naruto would wake up. Eventually, they'd make it through and see Kabuto. Kabuto would run into them and be wary of Naruto's skills, as he'd heard that Naruto is actually a pretty interesting and very unique ninja in his style of fighting. He then is wary about him to see if he could do anything to threaten him and his spy investigation. He stays close to Sasuke, however, to make sure he's safe for Orochimaru's body. Then, when they finally get to the tower, and Iruka-sensei greets them and says congratulations on finishing the second stage of the Chunin exams. If you guys want another part, make sure to hit likes, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to tell me any suggestions you have for these videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
It's black and white.